Are you reducing orange saturation and increasing luminance to whiten the skin? If so, you might be doing it wrong from the very beginning. In this video, I'll show you 5 ways to adjust skin tone, from basic to advanced. And especially the final method is the step I use to achieve the most accurate skin balance. So make sure to watch until the end. Method 1. Color Mixer. Skin tone is not just orange, it is a mixture of red and yellow. So adjusting each color slider separately will not accurately represent the full color range of the skin. Press Ctrl+J to duplicate the layer, then right-click and convert it to a smart object. Press Ctrl+Shift+A to open Camera Raw Filter and go to Color Mixer. Instead of dragging each color slider individually, choose the Targeted Adjustment tool and switch to the Saturation tab. Click and drag directly on the skin area slightly to the left. You will see both yellow and orange changing at the same time. This is the correct way to affect the full color range of the skin. If you want to brighten the skin, switch to the Luminance tab and drag slightly to the right for a natural brightness increase. You can also sample multiple areas on the skin to fine-tune more precisely. Here, you can also use point color. Use the eyedropper to sample directly on the skin and continue increasing luminance there for deeper control. Click OK to apply. Because we used a smart object, a smart filter mask will appear below. Select a black brush and gently remove the effect from areas that are not skin, so the adjustment only affects the intended regions. Compare before and after. This is the correct way to use Color Mixer, not simply dragging the orange slider, but controlling the entire skin color range in a unified way. Method 2. Shadows Highlights. When brightening the skin, the face can easily become flat and lose its structure. To fix this, first press Ctrl+J to duplicate the layer. Use the Quick Selection tool to define the skin area. Gently brush over the surface so Photoshop can detect it automatically. If the selection spreads into unwanted areas, hold Alt to subtract. Go to Select, Modify, Feather, set it to around 11 pixels to soften the transition. Press Ctrl+J to separate the selected skin onto a new layer. Now we'll work directly on this skin layer. Go to Image, Adjustments, Shadows Highlights. This tool doesn't simply brighten the image, it helps rebalance the light and shadow areas across the skin surface. Focus on the shadows to recover darker areas, but avoid pushing it too far. The goal is to restore detail without flattening the skin. Tone controls the affected range, and radius controls the smoothness of the transition. Increase radius just enough to keep it natural. If the skin looks slightly oversaturated, you can reduce the color setting to rebalance the saturation. Slightly increase mid-tone to brighten the mid-range areas, helping the skin look softer and more naturally blended. You can also increase amount a bit more if you need to reveal additional detail, but always toggle before and after to avoid overdoing it. Click OK to apply. Hold Alt while adding a layer mask to create a black mask. Use a white brush with around 60% opacity and paint intentionally over the areas where you want to enhance structure. For areas that need only subtle brightening, paint once. For areas that need more light, build up the effect gradually by painting multiple times. This gives you softer and more precise control. Now let's compare before and after. The skin is brighter while still maintaining its structure without looking flat. The facial contours remain clear and natural. Method 3. Hue Saturation. Hue Saturation is a very familiar tool when adjusting skin, but the issue is that skin never belongs to just one fixed color. If you adjust red first and then yellow, each adjustment affects a different part of the skin, which makes the overall result inconsistent. So instead of adjusting each color separately, we redefine the range, so we only need to adjust once for the entire skin color spectrum. First, duplicate the layer with Ctrl+J, then create a Hue Saturation adjustment layer. Start with the yellows channel, since most skin tones are close to this range. To clearly see the affected area, temporarily push hue and saturation to the maximum. The areas that turn blue show exactly what is being affected. Look at the color range bar below. You will see 4 anchor points controlling the transition range. Expand these points gradually toward red until the entire skin area is covered, while avoiding the background or lips. Once the correct range is defined, bring hue and saturation back to 0. From here, when you adjust the sliders, the entire skin color range shifts together. You no longer have yellow moving one way and red moving another. The result is a more consistent adjustment while preserving the natural transitions between light and shadow. This is how you use hue saturation to control the full color range instead of adjusting separate colors individually. Method 4. Skin-based control. Skin doesn't look good sometimes not because you edited it wrong, but because the original lighting foundation wasn't balanced. Just like makeup needs a foundation layer, an image also needs a stable light base before adjusting color. Press Ctrl-J to duplicate the layer. Since we only want to affect the skin, go to Select, Color Range, and choose Skin Tones. Adjust fuzziness so the selection covers enough of the skin without spilling too much into the background. Click OK. Next, create a solid color layer and choose Pure White. Change the blending mode to Soft Light. You will immediately see the skin become brighter, but the transition may not look natural yet. Open Blending Options. In Underlying Layer, hold Alt and split the shadow slider to create a smoother transition into the shadows. If the effect feels too strong, reduce the opacity to preserve the natural contrast and structure. Now we have a brighter and more balanced base, ready for detailed color refinement. Create another selective color layer. Choose Reds. Reduce black to remove dullness in the red areas and make the skin look fresher. Slightly reduce magenta to balance the red tone and keep it warm but natural. Switch to yellows. Reduce yellow to control excessive warmth so the skin does not look muddy or overly orange. Slightly reduce black to increase clarity and brighten the mid areas. Adjusting reds and yellows together helps rebalance the skin tone while keeping it warm and refined. Group these two layers together for better control. You may notice the lips are also affected. Add a layer mask and gently paint over the lips with a black brush to restore their natural tone and keep the overall look balanced. Now compare before and after. You can also slightly lower the opacity of the base layer to fine-tune the intensity. You will see that the skin is not only brighter, but also clearer and more dimensional without looking flat or losing structure. Method 5. Lab Color. There is a way to adjust skin tone that is not based on feeling, but on measurable color values, and that is using the lab color system. In lab, there are 3 channels: L, A, and B. L represents lightness. The higher the L value, the brighter the sampled point, and vice versa. The A channel represents the green to red axis. When I drag it to the right, the color shifts toward red. When I drag it to the left, it shifts toward green. The B channel represents the blue to yellow axis. Dragging it to the right makes the image warmer by increasing yellow. Dragging it to the left makes it cooler by increasing blue. These 2 channels directly determine the color tone of the sampled point. If A is smaller than B, the tone leans more toward yellow. If A is larger than B, the tone leans more toward red. Now I will use the eyedropper tool to sample the skin. For natural-looking skin, regardless of whether it is light or dark, the values of A and B are usually quite close to each other. For this image, we duplicate the layer and press Ctrl-Shift-A to open Camera Raw Filter. Move the cursor to the histogram, right-click, and enable Lab Color Values. Use the Sampler tool to place 2 sample points on the skin, one on the face and one on the body. We can see that at both sample points, B is higher than A, which means the skin is leaning toward yellow. Our goal now is to bring these 2 values closer together to rebalance the skin tone. Go to Masking, choose People, and select Facial Skin and Body Skin. Reduce the temperature slightly to shift the white balance cooler, which lowers the B value and brings it closer to A. Increase the tint a bit to add more red and rebalance the green to red axis. You can see A and B gradually moving closer. The second sample point looks balanced, but the first point is still slightly off. Create another mask, select Facial Skin, and slightly reduce temperature again to further align the 2 values. Now let's compare before and after. This is how you control skin tone based on numbers, not just visual perception. Once you understand how to balance the A and B values, skin correction becomes more precise and consistent. And those are 5 systematic methods to control skin tone. Like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks so much for watching till the end.